Hi everybody. So I've missed a week. My sincere apologies. First week of January started chaos at work. I'm in life. The UK went back into lockdown, some more changes, more rules that you need to follow. Just palaver, really. So apologies for missing a week. I did say that I was going to try not to, but I suppose life happens and sometimes you just got to go with it. But I thought today I would give you a quick tour of the shed, so that you know what's in it. It's kind of nice. I know you see a lot of this in the filming footage, so I thought I would give you a quick tour. It's going to be a very quick tour because it's very small. Apologies for looking a bit like a scarecrow. Came back from a ride earlier, had a shower, washed the hair, so it's still in the process of drying. So you're just going to have to deal with the scarecrow look. Anyway, it won't detract from the beauty of the shed. So eventually this is going to be my little work nook. It's been a bit cold of late, so I haven't really been spending a lot of time up here, but the plan is eventually when summer comes to have the work nook. Looks out in the garden, which is kind of nice. Over here we built some storage. Basically it's filled with all the things in life that you want to hide in the storage shed. Still need to do a bit of cleaning up in the actual shed itself, packing wood away from when we built it, etc. But it's a bit of a work in progress. So all of this stuff over here is eventually going to be moved. The whiteboard's going to be coming up here. But so you have an idea of what kind of equipment I have up here. This is a stationary spinning bike. We bought a Schwinn. Good value for money. Use it for both CrossFit workouts or when there's cardio involved, because I don't have another cardio machine up here at the moment. But also doing Peloton spin classes. It's quite a nice way of getting some extra miles in, especially at the moment where it's quite cold outside. The days are shorter, so riding out on the road is not brilliant. And yeah, it just allows for a bit of fun. Then over here on the wall I have some bands. I have a few different ones depending on what's going to be required. Skipping rope stuff, which is all very good. And then the wonderful timer, which I will just hang on, turn on for you so you can see. It's a basic count up, count down. Super useful to have it. Really makes a difference not having to use my phone. So that's very useful. Then over here, I've got my plyo box. It's regulation size, so it's 20, 24, 36, I think it is, depending on the size it's on. At the moment, it's being used a little bit for storage. Haven't put up any shelves yet. So cleaning equipment for the bike post spinning because it gets really revolting. My weight belt, which I absolutely love. It is an Element 26. Really fantastic, super good. Locking and unlocking mechanism makes it really easy to use. I've actually just bought some of their grips, which I'm going to try off the rig. I'll let you know how those go, but if the belt is anything to go by, I'm really going to enjoy using these. My lifting shoes now live up here because I kept on forgetting them and I'm too lazy to go back down into the house to grab them. They're Nobles. Really love them. Fantastic support. So those are that's basically the plyo book storage. And then over here, these are also all going to be eventually mounted on the wall. At the moment, they're in a bit of an awkward position because, as you can see, they are right behind my rig, which means that when I do any kipping work, my feet hit them. But there's about 120 kilograms, I think, of weights, big bumper weights behind here. Some fractionals, definitely need some more fractionals. Struggling at the moment when I have to do small increases. Sometimes you just need to. When you get into the point where you're near near 1 rep max. Just having the few extra fractionals are quite a nice way of still increasing but not really having to make massive leaps. So I've got 20s, 15s, 10s, 2 lots of 5s, and then 2.5s. These are my they look like they're plastic. I mean, they're super light. They're 2.5 kilograms each, but really nice when you have to do some technique work. Got some chalk in there, and then the stack of barbells. I have a 22 kilogram kettlebell. I've got a 17.5 barbell, 2 15s and 1 10. The 10 I use quite a lot when I just need to do some stationary sort of work for working on uncontrolled movement. And then over here there's some odds and sods, some 6 kilogram kettlebells, my sit-up mat, my ab mat, my couple of wooden dowels just for some stretch work. I've got a beautiful, and let me turn it around for you guys so you can see it, because the craftsmanship in this, it really is quite something. But a beautiful Wolverson 9 kilogram wall ball. 6 is traditional for women, but my wall ball height is probably 3 or so centimeters lower than what it should be. So having the heavier one just means that I'm really hitting that height. And it's not a bad thing to work with a heavier one, because of course when we get to standard 6, which is traditional weight, it's going to seem pretty light. And then I've got a 10 kilogram slam ball, really nice for doing some heavy stuff. Use it quite a lot for weighted sit-ups, etc. Then, I should have said my weights. I've got 2 Rogue. All my big bumpers are made by Wolverson. They're a local company, it's really nice to support. The red guys are Rogue, and then my fractionals are a mix between Rogue and Wolverson. At the moment, with the pandemic going on, it's kind of been get what you can get where you can get it, but really nice. I've got non-fancy ones, as you can see. They're just plain black, but they are better rubberized, so when it comes to heavy duty usage, they're definitely going to do the distance. These are my only 2 fancy plates. They look really nice. I kind of got them so that I could have two sets of 5s instead of just 1 set of 5. So then on this side I've got my wall for wall balls. As I said, it's just slightly short, although I haven't measured it lately, so maybe it is actually at proper height. But also to do handstand push-ups. It's a really nice piece of just really thin, as you can see from the side there, plywood, but nice and smooth, so I'm not grating my shoes up and down the wall. This currently is shelving that needs to go up. Also the cat's play area, as you can see, because it's a little bit of a gremlin. Nice big window so you can see out towards the house. Got my rings, which are stuck up by a pulley system. When space is limited, you kind of work with what you have, but they're nice and high. They're stuck up on the beam there, so super well my brain's not working, well attached, so they can easily support my body weight, which is fantastic. Those come down pretty frequently to do work. And then you have my rig. So my rig is also Wolverson. Fantastic. It's super sturdy. It should be pinned to the ground, but at the moment, with things still moving around a bit, it's not. I tend to weight it down with two barbells when I need to swing off it, because otherwise it does become a little bit, it moves a little bit. It's difficult to see. There is enough room above there for me to sort of get my head above it. Not that I can do muscle ups yet, but when I get around to being able to do them, chances are I have to do them on the rings and not on the rig, because there's just not enough space. And then last but not least, but probably one of the most important bits, is my barbell and my barbell. It is a Rogue Bella Bar. It is a woman's one, so it's 15 kilograms. Needs a bit of love at the moment. I need to give it a good clean, but beautifully made. I mean, super sturdy. Can take everything I'm ever going to lift off it. and works really well for me. That is a quick tour of the shed. It's called the Shed at Snoodham House. I love it. It's the most fantastic space. I mean, I think it's even more relevant now that we've gone. So many countries are going into lockdown. Again, I feel incredibly fortunate that we have been able to build this. You know, it's definitely allowed me to continue training. At the way things are going, it looks like a couple of video competitions might happen in here, but it's just a super nice space. So it's not massive, but it does everything that I need to do, and I really appreciate it. And I realized one thing I should have missed, which I'm just going to flip around again, is the flooring. So flooring is all standard 2 centimeter proper rubber gym flooring. It's marvelous. I mean, I can drop weights on here. I still want to get 2 drop pads, so when the weights are super heavy, I'm protecting my barbell a little bit. They're expensive. I think that one cost me about £280, so it's not really something that you want to damage. But I can drop on this floor. It's well and truly thick enough. There's a little bit of bounce in it, but it's solid enough to do heavy lifting on it. Don't have a weightlifting platform, A, because of space, and B, because it's not really needed. I mean, I'm never going to lift heavier than what this floor can support. There's concrete underneath it, so it is super stable. And the flooring is well and truly within standards of fulfilling warranty and things like that. So it definitely does what it needs to do, and protects everything. So there are a few little bits that I'd like to add to the shed. It's a bit of a work in progress. I mean, eventually I'll kit it out a little bit more, but for the moment does everything I needed to do, and it's a lovely space. It gets a little bit cold in winter because there's no insulation in here, but I mean, so ridiculously grateful that I have it. So when you watch me doing workouts, this is where it all happens. I hope it helps a little bit to see what I have. I know everybody at the moment is trying to figure out how to work out from home, so this is my workout from home. I'm very fortunate, as I said, and yeah, that's about it. So today's Sunday. I'm going to go and be a lazy bum now. I'm going to go and sit in the bed and read a book because I'm reading a fantastic book at the moment. But I'm going to film workout tomorrow. Mars and I are going to train again, and then probably going to do one of last year's open workouts, push really hard in it to see how things are going. The open is in couple of weeks time, 11th of March, so it's time to start focusing on it. But yeah, that's all from me for today. See you later, guys. Bye. So this workout was called Double Edged. It was 8 rounds for time, and the time cap was 25 minutes. And it consisted of 500 meters on the bike, 30 double unders, and 10 burpee box jump overs at 20 inches. It was the second part of a workout. It was kind of brutal. This is the first round, so I still look a little bit fresh here. So you can imagine what I looked like at the end. But actually, kind of nice to do a chipper like this. Really need to work on my transitions, but getting there slowly but surely. But we're nowhere near. That was sharp. So I snuck in just under time, 24:27. I think I would have probably come in a bit under that if I didn't have to move my box around. Double unders are getting there, although they still need a lot of work. But at least I could do them, and I'm pretty chuffed about that. So that's all for me this week. I kind of hope anybody who's watching that you're enjoying this. Please tell me what you think, tell me what you want to see, what you want to hear. Kind of just winging it at the moment, so really would like other people's feedback. Also, I believe I'm supposed to say this, click the like, click the subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week. Bye.